Yo guys, it's Kyle coming at you from Bane's Film Reviews. I just saw Superman, directed by James Gunn, starring David Corenswet, Rachel Brosnahan, Nicholas Hoult, Nathan Fillion, Eddie Gathegi, and a series of other incredibly talented individuals that are given absolute nonsense to do on screen. Superman is maybe the most disappointing film of the year. I can't remember the last time if I ever was this disappointed in a superhero film. No, I take that back. I was as disappointed in Thor: Love and Thunder, and as I walked out of the theater, I told my wife that I equate this film to Thor: Love and Thunder and what Taika Waititi did with that. If James Gunn was not in the position that he's currently in the DC company, he may suffer the same fate as Taika Waititi did after Love and Thunder. Never allowed to direct another superhero film again. This film is overly political. Whether you agree, disagree, don't care at all about politics, this film is overly political, and they don't even try to hide it. They take sides, they bash one side, and they glorify the other. And that's not at all what I want to see in a superhero film. I get that these comic books and these films and these television shows are representative of politics and that they play a role in this and that they will always be a driving force behind these narratives. But they rarely, at least in my experience and in the films that I like, rarely are they in the forefront of these narratives. I want to come to see these films to escape that. If I want to see a political drama, I will go see a political drama. I don't mind them at all. I very much enjoy them. But that's not why I go to the theater to see superhero films. I hate that. Again, agree, disagree. It is an absolute cut and paste representation of what is currently going on in the Middle East. I could just turn on the news and I would get exactly the same thing. I hated that. Additionally, this film lacks any level of seriousness. And every time they try to develop an emotional moment, they steal from it. They just rip it apart. Every time that David Corenswet sheds a tear, and he's fantastic. He really is a very good Superman. Had he played a Superman with some level of dignity and seriousness and accessibility, he's so goofy. Goober comes to mind because the dialogue written for him and the scenarios that he's placed in are so outside the realm of normalcy when it comes to who's meant to be the most stoic and important superhero in history. He's just not given anything to do of any relevance outside of, playing a role in politics. He's just silly. He's goofy. He's overly animated. He's way too far outside of the box. And again, every time that it develops a skosh of emotion, they tear it all away. And they give you 5, 6, 30, 40 moments of absurdity that tips the scale in the direction of, simply put, bad. This film is incredibly disappointing. I also find it incredibly interesting that by the end of this film, the one moment that they hold on to that is emotional through and through, and they never steal from it. They never present any levity. They never present any comedy to juxtapose it or absolutely steal from it, is the final moment, or the second to last moment, of Lex Luthor on screen crying at his defeat. And they let you stew in that. Okay? With that, I liked Lex Luthor more than every other character in this film because it's the only bit of real emotion that I got. I'm so incredibly frustrated with this film. I don't want to leave you thinking that I hated every bit of this, because that's not true. Superman is a visual feast. shot incredibly well, wonderfully immersive, incredible shots that really pull you into the action, and those action sequences are so incredibly well choreographed, and there are a lot of them, and they work really, really well in the moment until again they take from them. Additionally, the world building ability of this team and James Gunn at the helm, chef's kiss. They do a spectacular job and they never falter. The CGI is brilliant. Crypto is nearly flawless. Again, the world building is spectacular. It's immersive. It's real. It's absolutely massive. And again, the cinematography is brilliant, fully encapsulates what this film is meant to be in terms of its scale. And then everything else works against it. This film is so disappointing. I turned to my wife and my buddy Dave, and I said, this movie fucking sucks. It's bad. I'm disappointed. I likely will never watch it again. I'm not mad that I watched the film in the first place. It's a film that everyone is really excited to see, and for good reason. It's Superman. And I hope that people come to the theater, and I hope that they absolutely love this film. I hope that they can look past its many shortcomings. They can digest the political nature of this film, the overly political nature of this film, and look at the good, the visual feast that, again, this is. I really do believe that most people will be able to appreciate this film. I am not one of them. And again, I'm so disappointed. That is the word of the day. Disappointed. And Superman is an incredible letdown. With that being said, I really hope that James Gunn does better next time. Peacemaker was fantastic. The Suicide Squad, brilliant. Creature Commandos, really spectacular. And he shit the bed here. It's not just not good, it's bad. With that, and it kills me to say this, I give Superman a 4.5 out of 10. The acting is good, but it never develops because these actors, who are brilliant, are given very little to do in terms of real emotional relevance, of genuine dialogue, of things that really work for the film. They're just here to read the nonsense that exists on the page in front of them. Additionally, overly political. It's paced not incredibly well. And it doesn't work. I love the way it looks. I love the final 2 songs of the film. And other than that, I despised it. 4.5 out of 10. Please go watch this. I really do want you to watch this. I know how much people love superheroes. I know how much people love Superman. I really do hope that you enjoy this. But I came out of this film very frustrated. But I really do believe that people should watch this. And I really do believe that people will like it. For those of you, I'm genuinely happy for you. For those of you like me, I completely get it. Drop me a line, leave me a comment, a follow, whatever you'd like to do. I'd love to chat about it. And until next time, peace.